On today's episode of How Much Does It Cost to Travel to ... we're traveling to Budapest, Hungary. Now I'm putting all these videos in one playlist called Travel Prices. In the last video I did Lisbon, Portugal, and before that Bali, and before that you can go check that out. So I'm doing all the work for you in case you wondered how much it costs to travel to Budapest for a week. I actually lived in Budapest for a few years, so listen to my tips. Budapest is very popular, very big tourist scene. You see it in all European travel advertisement, so many movies and TVs, music videos. So we're gonna travel to Budapest from January 17th to the 25th. I am doing all the work for you, like looking up the flights, hotels, Airbnb, entertainment, transportation, and food. Flying from the East Coast is a lot cheaper than flying from the West Coast of America. And of course this is summer price, so it's a little bit more pricier. During off-summer season, it's gonna be a couple hundred dollars less. So flying from New York, here are the prices. I'm also gonna put up screenshots so you can see what I'm seeing. $1,285. I chose this one because it's the bottom one, not the third from the top, the bottom one. I do not buy flights that only have an hour layover in case my flight is delayed. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with the paperwork and waiting of missing my connecting flight. So I always look for layovers that are at least 2 hours. They also give me time to go into lounge. So from New York to Budapest, and this is an overnight flight leaving at 4:25 p.m., which is perfect. Getting to the airport, I'm gonna beat the rush hour. Overnight flight, love it. Arrives at 10:25 a.m. next day. Perfect. I'm surprised it's not a direct flight. It arrives on the 18th, so that's perfect. So my hotel is going to be booked from the 18th. Here's a map of the hotel. Now Budapest has two parts. Where you see most of the hotels, that's Pest. The other one is Buda, where the hotels are gonna be cheaper, but getting across the bridge or getting across to Pest, which is where all the fun stuff is, it's gonna cost you extra money and it's gonna cost you time. Trust me, you do not wanna be dragging yourself back to the hotel across. So, best to stay in Pest, in that area. That's like the downtown area. So Pest is where the fun area is. I lived very downtown, right where the fashion street starts. I'm looking around like that area too. I found this hotel, Netizen, Budapest Center. It's a hostel, but it looks pretty good, right? It looks very good. It has bunk beds. If you're okay with hostels, I think this is a really good option. There's so many hostels and they're not too pricey, but I personally prefer to stay at hotels. And there's a good option for hotels in Budapest. But today we're looking at something more affordable, like a cheaper price. So I found Full Moon Budapest. Also a really good location, very close to the metro and also very close to the train station in case you want to take the train and go somewhere else for a few days. So I picked this hotel. A double or twin standard is $69. But after digging a little bit, I found this. This is new. I've never seen this before. Lord Residence. I think it's a new building, and the whole like buildings are hotel apartments. I've never seen this before. Looks really good. Very interesting. There's like a walking area, good location, and parking available. Although I would not drive. Okay, so here are prices. Yes, it's a little bit more pricier, but it's okay. I'm willing to pay the price. It looks good, $120 per night. Very spacious, very clean. It has a kitchen if you want to cook. It has a couch. I really like it, and it has a little balcony, which is giving you that European vibes. I love it, so I'm gonna go with this one. $120 per night. Total is $917. However, the average price for a hotel is like $170 per night. Let's get into Airbnb. If you ever want to stay in a very, very nice, very luxurious Airbnb for a really cheap price, you come to Budapest because the Airbnbs here, should I just move back? When I look at Airbnbs, I always filter entire place and to around the same price as a hotel, and I have over 1,000 options. And most of the Airbnbs are less than $120. So let's see what we have. Starting, I zoomed into like the very downtown location because I'd rather walk a little bit than use more transportation. There's so many options and there's so many cute, charming, beautiful places. Very modern, very clean. $78 per night. That's so cheap. Look at this. I am loving this BB King apartment. So beautiful. I love it. This one's also very nice. I love the high ceiling, the big windows, very, very beautifully decorated inside. But I'm gonna go with the previous one, the BB King. Beautiful inside, kind of like industrial. I'm loving it. It's very clean and very spacious. Has a loft. Lofts are very popular in Hungary. I love it. It looks absolutely perfect. Has a little kitchen window hangout. The location is amazing. District 5 is the downtown. District 5 is where the expensive apartments are. $86 per night. The total comes out to $713. That's $204 cheaper than the hotel. Worth it. We'll go with the Airbnb. I love it. It's beautiful, good location, very clean, modern, nice. Let's look into transportations. Here are the average prices to get to the city from the airport. You could take the taxi. It's gonna be around $30, or a direct bus, $4.10. Bus 200E, $2.37, or the train, which is like the metro. This is the one I recommend, the airport shuttle. It will literally take you, this is what I do. I take this bus. It will literally take you from the airport to downtown. And from there, you can very easily walk to the apartment or hotel or take the metro, subway. Very easy. This is the 100E bus. It runs every 7 to 10 minutes, and this is how it runs. So it's gonna be 1,500 forint, which is the Hungarian currency. It's $4.10. So the top is the airport, Liszt Ferenc Airport, and the very bottom, Deák Ferenc tér M, is where it's gonna drop you off, and there's a metro entrance right there, right next to where it drops you off. Very important, pay attention to where it drops you off because that's exactly where it's gonna pick you up if you want to go back to the airport. So it like kind of like goes around. The best way to get around is by subway, metro. This is what your ticket is gonna look like. This is a day ticket, I think. Oh, it's a block of 10. So he bought a block of 10 tickets. But this is what it looked like. I suggest to buy the weekly ticket because that will give you unlimited travels. One single metro ticket is 98 cents. So I think it's so much worth it to buy the weekly. And the weekly is gonna be good for pretty much everything. I'm also putting links down below so you can find these information. This is a screenshot of the metro tickets you can buy in advance. You can buy a single ticket online. You can buy a travel card for 24 hours, annual pass, quarterly pass. But we need the green one, the 24-hour ticket. But I'm gonna show you the single ticket options. So here, just so you can see the prices, those are the prices. We're gonna need to go into the green one, the travel cards. The $7 one, or you can get it for 72 hours, that's 5,500 forint. But the 7-day one is only 6,500 forints. And that comes out to $18.18 for a week of unlimited subway travels. So that is so worth it. For only $18, you can get anywhere. Entertainment. Everybody knows that Hungary is famous for bathhouses. You've seen it in Gemini Man, the Will Smith movie. One of the most popular thermal bathhouse thermal bath is the Széchenyi thermal bath. You have to come here during summer days. I don't know if they still do it, but like before the pandemic they used to do night raves here during summer, if you're interested. This, I'm sure you've seen it at least in one movie within your life. It's so popular. It's also very popular for like gangster movies. Like they always have like some kind of gang meetings here. And online you can buy the ticket. It's 39 euros, which is $41.99. There is like multiple different pools in there. I drowned there a few times. It's okay. It's really fun. It's experience. And then you have to visit the, well, in English it's Saint Stephen's Basilica. This one, it's the only one. It's very close to the Airbnb. Everything is walking distance except the bathhouse. That one's you're gonna have to take the metro. But this is walking distance. It's free to enter. Fun fact, if you look at the picture on the left side, that is the school I used to go to. I moved to Hungary when I was like 6 years old. I got held back from school because I didn't speak the language. That's okay. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is the Fisherman Bastion. This is on Buda, so you're gonna have to go across, but every tourist goes here. This is where all those beautiful pictures are taken. It's up there. It's free to enter. Well, it's pretty much just like walking around it. And then the Buda Castle. Well, this you're gonna walk around, not inside, but it's free to walk around. Central Market Hall. Now this is, if you have literally nothing better to do, it's basically just like a lot of shops, kind of like a farmer's market. I used to come here for like vegetables and pastries and fruits, but it became very like tourist attraction in the last few years. There are food places here, but they know that tourists are coming, so the prices are, yeah. If you want to get local food, this is not really the place to be, but maybe, who knows, you can get some goodies to take home. There's some souvenirs underground. There's a supermarket. Another tip I want to give you. This is the most famous bridge in Europe. Not talking about England. In Europe. This is the most famous bridge. It's, if you've seen the movie Rush Hour with Jackie Chan, there's a part where they like jump, I don't remember, it jump off from it or like over it with a parachute. Jackie Chan and the other guy. And they literally like you can see the whole bridge. So my tip is, it lights up at 10 p.m. and it's so beautiful. It starts like this and then goes up and then up and then down. Very beautiful. So if you want to see that light up 10 p.m., be on nearby. Yeah. Here is a screenshot of music videos shot in Budapest. There's so many names you might recognize. There's Madonna, Michael Jackson, The Chemical Brothers, Gwen Stefani, Katy Perry, Selena Gomez, George Ezra, the song Budapest. Avicii did a few here. Will Smith, and there's a few. And I also wrote down a list of movies that were shot here. A Good Day to Die Hard, Black Widow, Marvel. Dune 1 and 2 is being shot right now. Hannah, the Amazon Prime show. When I was watching Hannah on the Prime show, I was like, because it's in Berlin, but when she walks around, there's a park behind her. I'm like, oh, that looks really familiar. It's shot here. I used to play on that playground. Spy Game, Rush Hour, Gemini Man, Bloodshot, Shadow and Bone Netflix show. Just finished season 2. Jack Ryan, Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. She was not in Paris. She was in Hungary. Midsommar with Pug Florence. Florence Pug. Ooh. The Witcher. Also being filmed right now. The Spy Who Dumped Me, Red Sparrow, Atomic Blonde, The Crown, Dracula, Hercules, Mission Impossible, Season of the Witch, Transformers 3, Underworld, and so many more. So let's get into food. Food is what I'm here for. Breakfast. If your hotel offers you breakfast, then eat up. But you're gonna find a lot of breakfast places here. Pastries on the go, coffee shops, a lot of it. So you're gonna find breakfast everywhere. Amber's Bakery and Coffee. I just want to show you prices. I think this is really cute. I've never been here. This is what it looks like inside. Looks very good. That caramel peanut slice of cake is calling my name. It looks really good. Sandwiches. Here is like prices. So the opera cake, 690 forint, is $1.93. And I also saw a chai latte somewhere here. But the chai latte was $2.38. It looks really good. It has like pastries on the front. And some bread pieces, croissants. And then here's some latte, pistachio latte, 990 forint. That's $2.38. And then I found this receipt. Looks like they have the opera cake, pistachio raspberry cake, lactose-free something, and then a flat white, and then a flat white. So it looks like, which came out to $12.76 for at least 2 people. $12 for 2 people. My Starbucks order is like almost that price for 1 coffee. Okay, so another one. Best Bagel Basilica. If you look straight ahead on that main picture, that's the Basilica. Now, I do not recommend to go to the restaurants around Basilica because it's a tourist area, so the prices are over the roof. It's true. But it looked really good, and apparently, like, tourists are loving it, so maybe you're okay with it to be a little bit overpriced. Well, it's not like overpriced. It's overpriced for locals. For Americans, it's like, it's normal price. It's American price. It looks good. I think it looks really, really delicious. Let's see what we have in here. So I'm thinking it's like, it's not a very sharp picture, but I'm gonna choose the salmon and avocado bagel, which I think is 2,080 forints. Everything is like in the over 1,300. So like 1,400, 1,600. The salmon and avocado bagel is $5.60. So So like $6 for a bagel. And then I found another bakery, Prima Pék Szentistván körút. It looks good. Yeah, basically just pastries here, and this is like a normal price. On the very end of, in the edge, you see that round thing that kind of looks like a swirl. That's called kakaós csiga, which means chocolate snail. It looks like a flat cinnamon roll. That's 455 forint, which is $1.87. This is like a regular price for pastry. I'm guessing on an average breakfast it's gonna be around $6, really depending on where you eat. 6 times 7, $42 for breakfast for a week. Let's get into lunch now. This is very disappointing, but there are so many international foods. I think there's more burger, pizza, and Asian food than Mediterranean than Hungarian food in Budapest, which is really sad. But I did find a few, and that's what I'm gonna show you. We're not gonna travel all the way to Hungary and eat burgers and pizza. If you want pizza, go to Italy. If you want burgers, stay in America. Retek Bistro. It looks so good. Very homemade, very a little bit restaurant-y, but it looks very homemade. I'm loving it. It looks delicious. Sausages, meat, and potato. Very authentic looking. Here's a menu. Gotta start with the goulash. Everyone has to get the goulash. It's actually goulash, but if you say goulash, they will understand you. That's the soup-ish that everyone knows. Hungarian beef goulash soup. That came out to $9.10. A little bit pricey, but I think that's just kind of like the normal prices now. Everything has gone up, so it is what it is. And they also have a chicken paprikash. You have to try both of those dishes. $15.25. And then a small beer for $2.77. Another one, Hungaricum Bistro. Looks very cute inside, very homey. Now this looks more like a homemade meal. It looks a little sloppy, but that's what's so inviting in it. Very vibrant, looks very good. Yeah, let's see prices. I like that they have an English menu. Dumpling with sausage and sour cabbage, $8.96. That's in the appetizer. I also want in the dessert cinnamon flavored apple pie with vanilla sauce. That's $5.74. Another langos is so popular in Hungary, and you have to try it from the best place. I could eat it every day, and then I would need to be lifted with a forklift. So retro langos is the best. However, unlike traditional, they allow you to choose different toppings. Traditionally, it's sour cream, sour cream mixed with garlic, minced garlic, and then cheese on top. Everyone eats it on the beach. It's perfect hangover food. It's like a big flat dough that's crunchy on the outside and very soft and warm on the inside. It should not be greasy. So good. It's not like pizza, but it's more like a fried dough. So retro langos is my favorite to go. As you can see, you can add different kinds of toppings. I like the original one. Maybe add some purple onion on top, or those sliced sausages are very delicious. Here the prices are really good prices, but do not go during lunchtime because you're gonna wait 2 hours in line, and the line is out the door. When you walk in, first you buy your drink, and then you keep walking, standing in line, and then you buy your langos or you can wait for the langosh, and while you wait for it, you can buy your drink. So the langosh, the regular one that I like, the one that's called sajtos tejfölös. It's the one with like cheese on top and the sour cream. That's $5.04, worth every penny. Some people even do it with Nutella. Average price for lunch, I'm counting to be on about $12, which is $84 per week. Now let's get into dinner. This restaurant is kind of like down the street where I used to live. It's called Doppio. I've been here, and their chicken paprikash is amazing, but I was having trouble finding the price. Like in Lisbon, there's a lot of restaurants that don't have TripAdvisor, or it's not very popular on. It's kind of like a local thing. Like TripAdvisor is something that mainly tourists leave reviews on. You're not gonna see locals using it on their local restaurant. Not really. So this is a very accessible restaurant. It's kind of like in an alley at the end of Fashion Street. I loved their chicken paprikash in that one in the middle with the spatzel, the beef stew. Oh, that was so good. It's a family-owned restaurant. I think it's a mother and daughter. And even their goulash soup was delicious. But they also create some other recipes that are tourist friendly, because not everybody is adventurous. And some people like the comfort of their own food. So yeah, there's also burgers here. So let's see. Here is a little bit of the menu. Beef stew with paprika. Ooh, that was so good. So good. So good. That is $7.05. Not a lot of options for prices. Here we have drinks. I'm gonna go with Aperol with sparkling wine, which is $4.17. Okay, next restaurant, Ezos Cafe and Bistro. But you can honestly go to dinner, or you can also go to lunch for these restaurants. Looks really good. Again, very homemade, very traditional. I'm gonna order number 28, which is $11.90. Also, I have receipt here. The receipt here is for 13,000 forints, which is $37.50. But they ordered a few things. Average dinner cost. And then we have this one, Barack and Silva. It means peach and prune restaurant. Now this is a little bit more fancier. This one has a dog breast. It looks really good. Like I said, a little bit more fancier. Here's the menu. I'm gonna order duck liver pate, $16.23, and the venison stew braised in red wine, $24.63, and a beer for $3.36. So on average, dinner cost is $22 per day. Average day spent on food is $40. So now let's see how much it costed in total. With the hotel, $2,546.27. With the Airbnb, $2,342.27. So best option is to stay in an Airbnb. There's such a huge variety of Airbnbs and really good prices, and it is cheap. It's the same price as a hostel. Would you rather stay in a hostel or an Airbnb? That was it for this video. I'm not sure what's gonna be the next. We'll see. The last one was Lisbon, and before that was Bali. You can check that out in the playlist. If you go to Budapest, you can find all the locations where the movies were shot, or music videos, like, oh, Selena Gomez shot her music video right here. Yeah, so there's a lot to do. There's more museums. interesting historical places, food. There's a lot of more food, but I just wanted to show you like the average prices. So is it worth it? Yes. Under $3,000? Excellent. Alright, so thank you so much for watching this video, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below.